Here's a quick tutorial on how to destroy your life in 7 easy steps. Did you know that we hold the power to ruin our own lives? Some people do it without even realizing it. Others dive in headfirst, ignoring every red flag. And the rest? They don't see it happening until it's too late. And the scariest part, you might already be doing some of these without even knowing it. I'm Sia, and today we're looking at 7 of the fastest ways to wreck your life. And, more importantly, how to avoid them. Because some lessons are learned the hard way. Today, you don't have to do that. Ways to ruin your life, number 1, ignoring red flags. Have you ever looked back on a job, a relationship, or a major decision and thought, I should have seen that coming? The truth is, you probably did. Red flags aren't just warning signs. They're invitations to pay attention, and yet we ignore them. We convince ourselves things will get better, that we're overreacting, that maybe we're the problem. I've been there. I stayed in bad situations, believing that if I just tried harder, things would change. But the red flags I ignored, they didn't disappear, and the situation didn't get better. Then there's the friendship that drains you. No amount of wishing will make it magically become healthy. And the job that makes you miserable, it won't suddenly become fulfilling. That gut feeling telling you something's off, it's there for a reason. Ignore it at your own risk. The biggest mistake you can make is assuming a red flag is just a phase. That if you wait long enough, things will work out. They won't. So if something feels off, don't wait until it's too late. Pay attention. Trust yourself. Because the earlier you catch a red flag, the easier it is to walk away. Ways to ruin your life, number 2, chasing the wrong goals. We spend our lives chasing success, the perfect career, the perfect house, the perfect life. But what if the things you're chasing don't actually matter to you? We're told that money, status, and validation equal success. So we work harder, we push ourselves, we grind, week after week, year after year, only to wake up one day and realize we're miserable. Because success isn't always what it's cracked up to be. What's the point of reaching the top if it doesn't even feel like winning? So before you chase another goal, ask yourself, am I chasing this because I truly want it, or because I think I should? Because reaching the top means nothing if you realize too late that you climbed the wrong mountain. Ways to ruin your life, number 3, letting fear control you. Fear is the ultimate 4-letter word. It's the invisible force that keeps people stuck. Stuck in jobs they hate, stuck in relationships that don't serve them, stuck in routines that drain the life out of them. Why? Because fear disguises itself as logic. It convinces us to wait until we're ready, to avoid risk because things might go wrong, to stay where it's safe, even if we're slowly suffocating. But fear doesn't protect you. It limits you. It paralyzes you. It stops you from taking the chances that could change your life. Most people get fear wrong. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means pay attention. It means there's something on the other side worth chasing. It means you're standing at the edge of change, and the only way forward is through. You don't overcome fear by waiting for it to disappear. You overcome it by moving forward, despite it. Because growth isn't about never feeling fear. It's about refusing to let it ruin your life. Ways to ruin your life, number 4, prioritizing everyone else over yourself. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that putting others first is the right thing to do, that selflessness is a virtue, that saying yes means we're doing the right thing. But here's the problem. When you spend your life meeting everyone else's needs, who's meeting yours? When your time, energy, and decisions revolve around others and what others want, where does that leave you? It's easy to fall into the trap of people-pleasing. You avoid conflict. You convince yourself that what you want can wait. And for a while, you tell yourself it's fine. Until one day, you wake up exhausted, resentful, and completely disconnected from yourself. The reality is, the more you abandon yourself for others, the more invisible you become. The more you ignore your own needs, the harder it gets to remember what they even are. So before you say yes to everyone else, ask yourself, when do I get to live my life? Because the more of yourself you give away, the less of you remains. Ways to ruin your life. Number 5, surrounding yourself with the wrong people. We don't ruin our lives overnight. We do it day by day, little by little, when we spend time with the wrong people. The ones who don't respect us, the ones who take more than they give, the ones who keep us small because our growth makes them uncomfortable. And we stay. Out of habit, out of guilt, out of fear of letting go. But deep down, we know the truth. The longer you hold on to the wrong people, the less space you have for the right ones. For friendships that inspire you, for relationships that make you feel seen. And the longer you wait, the further you drift from the life you actually want. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life. If someone isn't helping you move forward, they're holding you back. If that's the case, it might be time to move on. Ways to ruin your life. Number 6, avoiding responsibility. When things go wrong, it's easy to blame circumstances, to point fingers at other people, to believe fate dealt you a bad hand. But here's the harsh reality. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your partner, not the universe. If you don't take control, no one will. Avoiding responsibility isn't just about what's gone wrong. It's about what you're not willing to change. It's about the future you're giving up. You need to take charge of your life, not just react to it. If you don't own your own decisions, life decides for you. Because the moment you take responsibility for your choices, everything changes. You stop waiting. You stop blaming. You take ownership. You recognize what's working, what isn't, and you course correct and take back control. And instead of ruining your life, you're building the life you want. Ways to ruin your life. Number 7, prioritizing comfort over growth. We all want to stay where we're safe, where things are familiar, where nothing challenges us. But what's familiar isn't always fulfilling. What's safe isn't always what's best. It just means you're standing still. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the more your world shrinks. Risks start feeling scarier. Opportunities pass you by. One day you wake up and realize you're not living the life you want. Not because you couldn't, but because you never tried. Living the life you truly want isn't about taking reckless leaps or blind risks. It's about choosing growth over comfort again and again. Choosing your future self over your present self. Choosing an unknown future over a familiar present. Because the longer you resist change, the more life moves on without you, until you decide it doesn't. So here you have it, the 7 fastest ways to ruin your life. And maybe as you listened, you recognized yourself in some of them. The good news, your past decisions don't define your future. Your next decisions do. Because the same way small choices can derail your life, small choices can also lead to success. The question isn't, have I made these mistakes? We all have. The question is, what am I going to do now? You don't have to wait for the right time to change. You don't need permission to start living the life you actually want. The only thing between you and the life you want is the decision to claim it. Because you shouldn't be worried about ruining your life. You should truly be living it. If this video helped you, hit the subscribe and like button. And if you want to learn 5 habits that will make you unstoppable, click the video in the top right-hand corner. It will show you exactly how to start creating the life you want in 5 simple but powerful steps. What have you got to lose?